Bounces are a reality of life for the online marketer. Bounces are emails that could not be delivered for a variety of reasons. Incorrect addresses, canceled email accounts, bad domain names, spam blocking, firewall filtering, full mailboxes, or even malfunctioning servers on the recipient's end. The good news is that any undeliverable email is automatically flagged in your account as a bounce, so you can keep track of them. There are even several different types of bounces and are all flagged separately so that you can manage them accordingly. Let's have a look at the different types of bounces. Bad emails are flagged with an exclamation mark, and you can select Show Bad Emails and click Go to view this group in any list at any time. Emails designated as bad are undeliverable email addresses and are flagged as such in your list. These are emails that the user's ISP reports as a non-existent user. We help to keep your list squeaky clean by suppressing bad emails for you, so you only pay for potentially deliverable emails and keep your reputation high with ISPs. It's a good idea to remove these addresses from your external database as well. Hard bounces are addresses that, in most cases, have a permanent or fatal error returned by their server, or will receive a permanent error because they have bad syntax. It will be hard to get these successfully delivered. Some examples are canceled accounts, bad syntax, bad domains, etc. Hard bounces are marked with a star symbol in the results pane. However, hard bounces are also triggered if a server is down or experiencing serious issues, so it's possible that hard bounces are valid emails that can be delivered at a later date. Typically, you should not unbounce these addresses. Rather, you should remove these addresses from your main list and create a new list of just bounced emails so that you can closely monitor them and, in some cases, just send to them directly before removing them altogether from your account. Schedule a campaign to the list in a few days to attempt again. Typically, you'll find a small percentage of the addresses are deliverable, and you can add them back to your original list they came from. Additionally, you may want to export them to follow up and get the individual's new or correct address. Soft bounces are addresses that may be only temporarily undeliverable, such as server malfunction, full mailbox, busy servers, etc. Soft bounces are with a plus sign in the results pane. It's probably best to export these emails and move them to a new list, along with any hard bounces, and try to deliver to them again. Alternatively, you could unbounce these addresses, as it's possible, but not necessarily guaranteed, that you will be able to deliver email to them eventually. By definition, a soft bounce means that a temporary error message is generated from their server. You can see here in the Bounce Management dropdown you have options to show, unbounce, remove, or export these different groups of bounced emails. Note, you must unbounce hard or soft bounces if you want them resent. Otherwise, they will be suppressed for your next campaign. To help you decide what to do, you may want to learn why an email bounced. MailDog offers you a bounce management log for 1 week after the scheduled date of your campaign. To use the log, first find the email address in question and copy it to the clipboard. Next, click on Bounce Management up here on the left. Then, paste the email into the form and click Check. The server log will appear upon submission. Remember, bounces are only stored for 7 days after campaign delivery. Note you can also check all bounces. This will take a few moments to process, and then all bounces in the log will appear in a pop-up window. Superlist users have even more options with bounce management. There are advanced filtering options when exporting new lists, such as either suppressing or including emails that have bounced over X number of times over a specific time frame. Plus, there's a super bounce log, which tracks all bounces in your account regardless of which list they reside in. This tool is especially useful for suppressing bad emails, purging emails that are repeat bouncers, or just doing a little list management. The Super Bounce log gives you the option to view recipients with more than a certain number of bounces, hard, soft, or bad, over a time period. Then you can choose to show, export, or purge them from your lists. Even if you aren't a Superlist user, you can take advantage of the Super Bounce log. You just need to make sure that your account is Superlist enabled. Check with your dog handler for activating this amazing tool, and watch the tutorial on Superlists Advanced Filtering for more on Superlists. One of the best tools to help you manage bounces is the retry feature, an optional feature you have during campaign scheduling. The retry feature will automatically retry any emails that bounce 24 hours after your initial campaign send. You can even try up to 3 times, or 3 24-hour increments, to try to maximize delivery to your list. It's easy to set. Just choose the retry option at scheduling. You can see the number of successful deliveries in your account's account activity. Bounce management is a bit of an art. There's no hard and fast way to handle bounces, and it depends on your own list practices and mailing regimen on the best way to approach it. If you aren't really managing bounces today, the best thing to do is to make sure that you first understand what the various tools do and signify, and then come up with a conservative approach to kick things off. Remember that you'll probably want to select retries when you schedule. Check your reports after your campaign to see how you fared. Do you need to get some emails cleaned up for the next go-round? Take the time to try to get new email addresses for those who have bounced. Before mailing again, make sure you've addressed the bounces in your list, because we won't send email to any of the addresses marked as a bounce in your list. Decide how you want to handle them. Bear in mind that you've worked hard to grow your list, and you don't want to throw out the baby with the bathwater, so to speak. But you also want to make sure that you're being savvy with your list and only mailing to valid targets. MailDog's suite of bounce management tools will help you get there.